normally not be there now just by the nature of those DQs.
Yep,
which is
absolutely.
always exciting because then you get to see more screen time with people that you don't typically see from other regions as well. So I'm extremely hyped for it.
And I'm of the mindset that Florida is one of the deepest states in the country. I know obviously we have a ton of talent pool in CFL.
This is a big state.
South Florida's fell off a little bit. North Florida's fell off a little bit. But it's one of those things where you still have no idea. And this is another one where this is going to be, I believe, either winners quarters or winners semis of pool D4 or B4. And so you have Mr. Semi versus AoS and, Mr. Sensei. And this is going to be an interesting one. This is kind of a classic matchup for Ultimate ZSS versus Wolf, but it's not the same people piloting the characters, so who knows what's going to happen.
I do think it is AoS on ZSS because they are the MDVA ZSS player, but also it's MDVA and everybody has like a pocket wolf, so I would not be able to tell you. Also, Mr. Sensei is a bit of a familiar name. But in the meantime, though, this is a bit of an interesting matchup. I feel like Wolf has like a lot of grounded options when it actually comes to covering flip kick, especially with like jump back moves.
Jump back air, the vacuum that is up smash. Yeah, see, twice in a row.
You can just press it. You can do that all day long. But oh my goodness, the coverage and ends up finding the up B. That was such a good bait. Going out there to bait out the early side B and then coming back in with a down B. That was honestly like such good like mastery.
Nice parry on the back air. Gonna get down. This is one of the things, right, where like Wolf is a very solid neutral-based character, but we've seen AoS just go, no, I'm good. I'm gonna go over here now.
And look at that bait as well. AoS is constantly baiting these out-of-shield options because they know the timing for it. And Mr. Sensei has just not been able to pin them down for more than 5 seconds.
There it is, finally. Going for back-to-back grabs. Not the safest option sometimes for ZSS. You kind of have to factor in the risk-reward there. And Mr. Sensei just going to land that back air for it.
I like that chase down, just running at you so menacingly. It's not often that you see people get to do that, but when somebody runs at you, it is terrifying.
Right, and like what exactly is ZSS going to push across the stage like that, on grounded especially, but with up tilt?
I like the idea to go for the side B as well, but just a little bit too high. Does not actually end up finding the hit. AoS would have had to like fast fall just for a second before pressing the side B to be able to connect them. But either way, this is a really good lead right now. They have no incentive to really overcommit right now. They could just occupy center stage and wait for Mr. Sensei to be pressing something that they shouldn't. They press forward and now they're knocked off stage.
I do like the fact that Mr. Sensei has kind of gone to a more gun-based neutral. I think that's smart considering how we've seen AoS move around the screen. Yep. I mean, there's been a lot of one of those things where like we're outside of the immediate threat range for a lot of Wolf buttons, so you got to take at least a little damage as you can, because now we're starting to get into like fair back air or like landing fair side B range, and now all that range is gone, so my point is pointless. But
that entire train of thought has just absolutely stopped. It's been completely derailed. I like that bit of a reset. AoS recognized, hey, I'm not going to be able to get a double jump up here. I can at least go for an up smash, which will pressure your shield and maybe catch you dropping shield. But, oh my goodness, that could have been huge.
Wow, okay. ZSS is bad. Mars was right. That grab should have grabbed.
He's trying to go through like a jump lead. Is going to be able to find it eventually. Mr. Sensei is not going to be able to make it back onto the stage. Has the wrong angle of Wolf up B.
Yeah, there's not a ton of angles there. Like, it's kind of surprising you even get stuck underneath the platform there, but it happens sometimes. You know, I mean, that you're on stage, you're in front of everybody. There's probably 5,000 to 6,000 people watching along tonight, or right now, hopefully. And it's tough. Sometimes you just slip up. Your fingers slip off the glove, slip off the stick, and maybe the fingerless glove guy was onto something.
You know, we just keep coming back to it. Guys, fingerless gloves are hype. You should go ahead and wear them. But Mr. Sensei actually going to be switching to the Game & Watch. So this is who I actually know Mr. Sensei more so to play. This is, I feel like, what we associate.
Yeah, right? I was sitting there thinking, too, I was like, is this person a Game & Watch player?
This is a funny matchup. I'm not really sure how Game & Watch really initiates against ZSS because she kind of like, you know, does, oh my goodness. Oh, I can't play the hit.
I mean, I don't know how Game & Watch is going to start this matchup, and it doesn't look like Mr. Sensei does either, because this is pretty rough right now.
Yeah, with the way that ZSS also pressures shield, it's not going to be particularly often that Mr. Sensei does find an out-of-shield punish, which is a lot of Game & Watch's game plan, right? Especially with Zilly, with side B, with pivot grabs. There's not a whole lot that Game & Watch can do to contest that.
Oh, and you just air dodge past. That is now 2 of 4 stocks lost to SDs. Unfortunate play from Mr. Sensei right now.
Yeah, and AoS just seems to be really running away with it. Gets a down smash into F smash for a bit of damage. Obviously not going to kill quite yet. No matter how much that move cheats, it doesn't cheat that much.
It do be cheating.
Does a whole lot of it, but Mr.Sensei has not been able to do any of that, right? AoS has been constantly keeping them out, finds a really good grab, but then just can't find this juggle either. On Battlefield, you just have so much mix.
Nice down to there, but better DI from AoS, going to survive that. And that's one of the big things right now is it really looks like Mr.Sensei is starting to find himself in the matchup a little bit. So it's good that AoS can kind of prolong this first stock as much as they can, get a little bit of extra damage, but sometimes you just have smash.
Yep, Mr.Sensei has been trying to punish flip kick this entire game. They're slowly starting to get it, and as soon as you can call it as ZSS through flip kicking, that is like telling a fish not to swim.
Yeah, it's like, it's ingrained. Like, you hold a gun to their head, and they're just going to pull the trigger for you.
And there's going to be the flip kick, and there it is. That's the call out that Mr.Sensei needs. That is where they establish, hey, I know how to track you, I know how to punish you now, I got my execution, and now look at this. They have the lead. That is ZSS with no flip kick in the corner, but is going to be able to land and bust out another.
AoS literally started this game at 110% advantage, and now Sensei has gone and just completely taken over.
It's because Mr.Sensei is getting those callouts. Mr.Sensei is starting to adapt so well, lands a little bit too aggressively, but then just early enough in percent to live just a little bit longer.
I would like to point out that Mr.Sensei has just mashed down air in disadvantage every single time, and has somehow still came back. There it is again. Great work. Oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
No shot. No shot. Mr.Sensei pressed down smash out of ZSS job. The jab. That was no.
Someone check his control stick. I feel like every input is just down air, down smash. I mean, he got the F smash out. I wonder.
Looking like Melee Samus right
honestly
now. Just like holding down on everything. Jesus. Okay. That was so funny. I can't stop thinking about that.
I just, you know what? It worked. It's not dumb if it worked.
It is possible that they pressed the down smash like before the jab connected, and because of how little hit lag jab actually has, you can still actually get it to buffer afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
But we're pretty much at even percents right now. There was a 2% difference. Now it's a little bit wider.
Oh my goodness! Does not find the belly hit. Actually ends up popping AoS out, and it is Mr.Sensei who gets.
Oh my God! That was sick. I'm mad that didn't kill.
That was so awesome. That was so cool.
And now, I mean, with a second lease on life, does Mr.Sensei find a way to steal game 2?
Mr.Sensei just struggling to be able to get off that platform. I don't think that waveland was entirely intentional. Just walking in so slowly. It is Battlefield. Always got to keep that in mind. Game & Watch is not going to be dying quite yet.
Please stop down airing. Do another button. I'm begging you. Please. Like, this is like the Corrin side B counter in Smash 4. Like, good God. You have other aerials, guy. Air dodge.
But it is like telling the squirrel not to climb a tree.
Yes.
ZSS without flip kick and Game & Watch without up B down air.
I just can't.
It's
like
fundamental.
we joke about the fact that Game & Watch is like a simple character and there's kind of a simple like game plan for the character, but like
listen,
I literally just watched him every single hit go, okay, I'm gonna